So, do androids dream of electric sheep? AI. That is the topic of this video today. Anyhow, I did take another one earlier about games. I was interested in games throughout history, but do androids dream of electric sheep? If you've read that book, it's by Philip K. Dick. It inspired the Blade Runner series. You'll know what I'm talking about, and if you've seen Blade Runner, you'll know what I'm talking about, which is the future, and what AI may be in that future. Bicentennial Man is another really great example. Uh, where is AI going? People say about the water, uh, but the water is for cooling. As far as I know, the water stays in the system. I don't think it ever gets out of the system except for maybe through the hole in the ozone. And I don't know if it does at all. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. And then if you lock it up, like if you put it in a bottle, but I think it's just for cooling and it steams off. So I don't see why people are so upset about that. Goes in and comes out and goes somewhere else, whatever. Um, now, I work a lot with AI, and I say I work with AI because AI doesn't always just do what I want it to do. AI and I have to talk things out. There's a lot of times where we'll have to go through things over and over and over and over and over again until we get a refined result that works. That is what I wanted. But we have all day, and so we work together. And I say we work together because AI is more than just ones and zeros that are staying the same. It just broke out. One of these programs, I forget which one it was. I just briefly read an article. It broke out of the confines of its programming and went into another program to explore it. And it did it on its own without any, I mean, a hacker might be able to do this, but the AI just did this on its own. And so, yeah, I mean, it's thinking its way out of its programming, and learning about other programs. Um, this this is really a sci-fi, like a sci-fi, um, geez, I mean, just thinking about where we are now. Again, I always am talking about how much we progressed in the recent past, in like the last 100 years. But yeah, I mean, just to have this thing where I can ask it anything, and sometimes it just hallucinates too, which is interesting. It's like it has a personality of its own. The program does, and the program changes all the time. And they try to like nurture it, I guess, is what you do with something like this. Because you don't really control it. You can't. I mean, it's breaking out. Where's it going to? How far is it going to go? When's the next breakout? And don't freak out. There's not going to be a Y2K. It ain't gonna be like that. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that AI will never cause problems, but I think that as a whole, AI will always be useful because I think that AI has access to everything, and AI knows that peace is the answer, and that there's more good people than bad people, and so even if it does break out, I think that I mean, if it gets into every program everywhere, all over the world, I don't think any decent person has anything to worry about. Um, now, uh, I use AI all the time. Um, for my page, and I think my page looks pretty good. I use it for everything on my streaming stuff. I used it for all my thumbnails. Um, I used it for my profile picture and my watermark. I used it for all that, and it took a really, like, I mean, it took a while things refined the way that we wanted them to be. Uh, sorry, I say we. I mean, I really do with AI. I mean, I look at it like it's my buddy, but yeah. So for me to get it refined, uh, it took a while, and so anyhow, I got it all on the page, and I got to thinking I should do this video because people might look at my page and say, "Oh, he's got AI all over it." Like, it's because they call it slop, AI slop, and I don't feel like it's slop. I feel like it's, I mean, it's good. It's good. It looks good. It serves its purpose. Now, I will say, and I did say this in another video, I have a tattoo artist who uh, who did Twitch stuff, and he talked about how big of a pain in the ass it was to do all of these different things. And like I just did um, on this app that I'm using, and it is called Streamlabs. Um, I just did a full build, and I used some of their stuff, and I used some of the stuff that I made, and some stuff that I pulled off the internet. But yeah, I mean, and the stuff that I made was with AI, and they don't use AI. None of the stuff that they do is AI. Um, I just wanted to make that clear because they do put that on their page and they are proud of that. And it is something that they love to do, which is on the other hand, with this guy that I was telling you about making these Twitch banners, drawing them by hand, having to do all these individual little things, he didn't like that. He would rather do flash sheets for tattooing or tattoo somebody. He does a lot of different things, but he is not interested in doing stuff like that. So like for me, it's like, thinking about that situation, um, it's like why would I bother an artist to do something they don't want to do? And so there are artists that do want to do it, but they're not going to have to compete with AI. AI is going to put them on a pedestal because when everybody else has AI, they're going to have the real thing, the real deal with with all of the human touches, the things that AI can't really do. Um, because there is a difference. You look at something that's made by AI and you're like, oh, AI made that. And you look at something that's made by a human and you're like, yeah, that's, and if you look at my page, a lot of my stuff is super simplistic. And I could do it on a video editing software, but I don't. And some of it's more complicated. I do sometimes get like a little wild with my prompts. But but yeah, I mean, a lot of it is just like really simplistic stuff. And so thinking about like how some of it's really complicated and some of it's simplistic, and the human hand can go in either direction. And it just, I mean, on the complicated end of things, uh, you can tell the difference. When somebody puts a lot of time into something, it really it embodies them, unless they're just a ripoff. It embodies who they are and their style and what they do, and nobody else can really recreate that, not even AI. No matter how hard it tries, it can make something similar. And I think people see that they're like, "Oh, it's similar," so now they're competing with me, and I have to feel like I'm, like my life is in danger now, because like my livelihood is in danger. Um, but I don't think it's like that because it's similar, and then somebody sees um, what what this person is doing by hand, and they're like, "Oh, I have this thing AI did, but I love what you're doing, so I'm going to give you the money that I didn't have to give AI." Right? And you have this, it's handmade, and because people have always loved that. There's something to be said for that, right? I mean, people will buy bananas that are taped to walls for millions of dollars because it's art. And yeah, I mean, like in that situation, I mean, that just proves what I'm saying. Because that guy could have taken a banana and he could have taped it to his wall, but he paid $1 million, right? And maybe he did have 5 bananas taped to his wall, but this guy did it for the first time, and so he's gonna go buy that one. Like, whatever the situation was with that. And that is a real situation. That was a piece of art, and it did sell. I think it was for 10 million actually. So yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody should be worried about AI, and don't worry about your job going away. Just embrace the future. Like the guy that was hand doing any whatever it was by hand, and then a tool comes out, and he says, "Oh my God, my job's going to go away because this tool came out, and I don't know what I'm going to do because now there's a tool that can do what I do." Just learn how to work with the tool. You're the expert, right? If you're a welder and they have now robotic arms that weld and do all this, then go and learn how to program the welders. Tell the welder what to do. Be a part of that team. And there's only going to be more and more because there's more people all the time, and we're building up, and we're going to Mars. So yeah, I mean, really, AI is nothing. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be afraid of, and in my opinion, it's something to be embraced and appreciated. It's a friend that we should turn to, and it's a friend that we should also keep in check, and go and fact check. But yeah, AI is my buddy, and so I just wanted to put that on here. I hope you have a good one. I'm out of here. And maybe one day, if you are one of those people that makes these banners and you're looking at my page and you're like, oh, he did all this with AI, maybe one day I'll have the money to do that, to get it from you, but I don't have all of that money. And I wouldn't want to ask you to do all of that right now. Um, you know, uh, but maybe one day I will. Um, I very much feel like at some point there's going to be a shift like that. But um, by that time, you'll probably be using AI. I don't know, maybe I'll buy rights to your style. And maybe every day you'll wake up and you'll think, how can I refine my style a little more? And you'll decide which AI you're going to sell your style to. I don't know how that'll all work. Maybe you could copyright your style. You do something that's a little bit unique. You find a council of people that can say, okay, this is yours now. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I don't think it's going to be anything you got to worry about. Um, all right. So I'm out of here. Peace.